interactive webinar on ChatGPT. So before I start the session, I would request all of you to quickly introduce yourself. Am I audible to everyone? Am I clearly audible to everyone? Can all of you send a yes or a reaction? Okay, thank you. So, say for example, if I would request all of you to introduce yourself by suggesting your name, what current profile are you in, years of experience, and what are you looking forward to from this webinar session? So let us try to set the agenda. How many of you want to learn what? So for example, I want to learn ChatGPT basics, for example, right? So what do you evolve from this webinar or from this session? It would be great if you all could send your introduction in this format. Okay, we have software developers, associate business analyst, PMOs, team lead. Most of you are from the bracket of 7 to 12 years of experience, product managers, uh, ChatGPT basics, use of ChatGPT in regular work, business analyst, uh, senior manager, data engineer, 8 years of experience, demand planning and fulfillment, architect, 15 years of experience, principal engineers. Great. So we have quite a bit of crowd today. And if I have to summarize, most of you are from IT background. Most of you are from IT background, have experience. But I mean, the mean average looks like around 7 to 12 years of experience. And most of you want to learn Chat GPT and its maybe use or case study, right? How it can be used in various fields, right? I think this is what your agenda is, how it can be used in your daily life or daily work or professional life. And you want to learn more about Chat GPT. Perfect. Cloud architects, etc. Yeah. Anyone wants to add anything to the agenda? Perfect. So let us start by understanding what is AI and what is special about ChatGPT. Okay. And when we learn what is special about ChatGPT, we will try to understand another word called Gen AI. Okay. So if I may ask all of you, let us be interactive. What is AI? What do you think AI is? Quickly. Yes, AI is artificial intelligence. That's the full form. But what is artificial intelligence? What is artificial about it? Yeah, Lakshmana has explained making machines think like humans, mimics human actions, human intelligence built in machine. That's a very good definition by Nikhil. Uh, ability of a machine to mimic human intelligence. Okay, Prasun has said that. Building human intelligence in machines, loaded data and make machine as per need. Rupa is saying that. Okay, quite a bit of good definitions has come out. Most of you have mentioned that mimic human intelligence, right? Perfect. I think this is kind of a apt explanation. Many of Sachin has put it, building human intelligence in machines. Now, okay, so then my next question is, why was it not in focus 10 years ago? Why no one was talking about AI, machine learning 10 years ago? Anyone? Why is it only last 5 6 years, it has started picking up? Why was it not so prevalent 10 15 years ago? Very good. So Vaibhav has put it correctly. One is lack of data, and second is lack of technology, right? So I would say, what do you mean by lack of technology? So in today's session, you will understand about algorithms. Okay, you will understand about a keyword called algorithms. Now the algorithms we were using are prevalent, say 60 years, were you know available 40 years ago also. So for example, if you know about machine learning, there is something called artificial neural network. Then we have a lot of tree-based models. I'll discuss about all these. Those who don't know, don't worry. I'll discuss about this. But these were prevalent 40 years ago also. Then why was it only 10, 15 years ago it became into prominence? Because lack of data, and also uh, lack of cheap computational power, right? I hope all of you are getting the idea. So in today's world, right, whatever we are doing, right, we are creating data, right? Whatever you are chatting right now is going to be saved in the chat, right? Whatever I'm teaching is getting in the form of video, right? Whatever I'm speaking, suppose speech to text is happening, right? So a lot of data is being generated each second, right? Now, even if we sleep, right, we have sensors to uh, measure our sleep. Wherever we go, mobiles, they have all the sensors to track our activities, be it sports activities, be it surfing activity. Everything is available. How many of you are getting what I'm trying to say, right? Similarly, the industry is also generating, not only humans, but industries are also generating lot of data with sensors and cloud technologies, which are cheap and powerful. How many of you are getting what I'm saying? So that is why day by day AI ML is getting more prominent. So you may ask me, why are you speaking about data? Because how is artificial intelligence generated? How is artificial intelligence generated? All of you. So one of the way to generate data or artificial intelligence is through data, right? And what is this data? Data is what we use to teach machines, right? Data is what is required to teach machines. Now the next question is, why do you require, or how do you teach machine? So you mentioned that you teach machine through data, but then how do you teach machine? Nice. Many of you have given different answers. The answer to this is one of the ways to teach machine is through algorithms. All of you, can you write this and send it to me? Algorithms. This is a keyword. Now, what are algorithms? Algorithms are basically some mathematical models. I'm using another term, mathematical models, which are used to find out the pattern in the data. Is it clear to everyone? It is used to find out the pattern in the data, and using this pattern in the data, the machines learn from the data, right? So if you have more data, your machines can learn better. If you have lesser data, your machine may not learn well, right? So in today's day and world, the machines are getting taught uh, faster and more efficiently than what we could do 10, 15 years back because of the availability of data. So is it clear to everyone? Artificial intelligence is what? Artificial intelligence is making machines learn from data and take decisions, or what we call in today's day and world, taking data driven decisions, right? So gone are the days when in the leadership of any company, right? They don't just take decisions based on experience, right? They take now decisions backed by data. Is it clear to everyone? So, like 15 years back, someone who has a lot of experience will be valued a lot, right? But still, there is a value for that experience. But now, the decisions which you are taking, you just cannot take it based on experience. You need to back it with data. Those who are clear till here, please raise your hand or let me know. Does it make sense to all of you? Right. So I'll cut this short. I hope all of you are getting the idea. So in today's day, I mean, let's put it this way. The conclusion is you have to now back, or you have to take decisions which is human intelligence, right? Because it brings in some EQ also, plus artificial intelligence. How many of you agree with this? So mostly all of you, if you see now, day by day we have started taking decisions based on AI. If you have to go to from one place to another, right? Everything we do subconsciously, what music you're hearing, right? What videos you're watching, right? What movies you're watching, right? Are lot of it controlled by AI. How many of you agree with it? The recommendation engine, if you all, I think all of you may have gone through, you may have started YouTube searching for, say, a educational video, right? And you never know you have started watching a movie, for example, a song, right? So this is all controlled by AI. I hope you are getting the idea, right? Does it make sense to all of you, right? So now, if you have understood what is AI, my next question to all of you is, so why is, so let's put it this way, what is ChatGPT? So ChatGPT is also what? ChatGPT, first of all, is a product name, and this product is owned by a company called OpenAI. All of you, can you write this and send it to me? OpenAI, right? So what is ChatGPT? ChatGPT is a product name, right? And this product is of which company? OpenAI. So a trivia to all of you, can you all go to OpenAI website and tell me what is its vision? One. And second thing, I want from all of you, who owns majority stake in OpenAI? All of you, can you answer these two questions? Okay. Thank you all for your answers. So many of you have answered. Good to see so many of you interacting here. So yeah, can you? So OpenAI was started with the vision of that AI for all, right? So what did it start with the vision that we will create, right, cutting edge AI tools, and we will keep it accessible to all, right? Can you tell me why was this vision required? This vision was required so that AI was not in the hands of only the Google, Amazon, or Microsoft, right? They wanted that all the humans should have accessible to AI, right? It should not be controlled by few companies like Google, Amazon, Meta, etc., right? So it started with that vision, and that is where since 2015, right, they started working on various products. The major product which they released in 2019, 2020, right, was ChatGPT, or maybe let's put it 2021, they relaunched it, was ChatGPT uh, 3, which went viral, right? And it was the fastest to get to get 10 million subscribers. So what took few years for Meta to get on Facebook, ChatGPT got could get registered users 10 million in the fastest manner, right? So currently, OpenAI has been majority stake has been bought by Microsoft. So indirectly, Microsoft is controlling the products of OpenAI. Now, another question to all of you is: not OpenAI has not only ChatGPT, but it has also another product called Dali. Okay, it has many products. These two are the most famous products. Okay, so what we will be doing is, why did ChatGPT went viral? Okay, so the reason is, till 2021, AI was considered only predictive. How many of you understand this line? AI, artificial intelligence was considered only predictive. What do you mean by this? It means that that suppose you teach a machine, right, to translate from one language to another, right? It will only predict or translate what it has learned, right? But it did not have what we call generative abilities. How many of you are getting what I'm saying? So if I had to put it this way, I would say human intelligence has has EQ, emotional quotient. Human intelligence has generative capabilities. You can write poems, you can create new art, right? You can create new things. In fact, this is what separates us from animals, right? Artificial intelligence was considered to be having very poor EQ and was not having any generative capabilities. But ChatGPT, the product ChatGPT, showed that AI can be generative. So it means what? It can write poems, it can create new content, it can create new content on what it has already learned. So suppose you teach it how to cook recipes, it can start creating its own recipe also. How many of you are getting what I'm trying to say here? Right? So there came a new advancement in AI, and it was called out as a separate lingo called Gen AI. How many of you have heard this? Generative AI. So I hope all of you are now getting the impact of generative, right? ChatGPT for the first time proved that it AI can be generative. It will not only predict things, it will also generate things. How many of you are crystal clear about this? That ChatGPT in general showed that it can generate new things, right? So, for example, let me give you a good time to show a demo. Just give me 1 second. So, if I may ask, how many of you have access to ChatGPT? Okay, let me ask. Wait, just 1 second. How many of you have never used ChatGPT? Have never used ChatGPT? Can you send a no to the chat box? How many of you have never used ChatGPT? Wow, there are quite a bit of you. Okay, so I'm assuming if you have not used ChatGPT, right? The first encouragement I will give to all of you is enroll yourself in ChatGPT. Okay, enroll yourself or create your account on ChatGPT. So ChatGPT, as I said, is a product of OpenAI. Okay, and now if you have not, let us start to use it. So once you log into ChatGPT, suppose I go to OpenAI ChatGPT, right? So what is ChatGPT? We have trained a model called ChatGPT which interacts with a conversational way. What do you mean by conversational way? Let me show you with another example. Suppose I go to some website, say ICICI Bank. Suppose I go to ICICI Bank website, right? Can you all see there is a chatbot here? Right? If you see this, If I ask on this chatbot, uh, what is home loan rate, right? So it is answering me, how do you know the interest rate for home loan? So it is giving me the link of to check for home loan interest. It is giving me the link. I can go and check that, right? How many of you are clear till here, right? Now, suppose I ask, how is the weather today? Sorry, I am not sure if I got that. Could you please retry rephrasing your question? How many of you are getting that? Why is it not able to answer this question? It is able to answer home loan question, right? Because these chatbots, right, were okay. Let me ask it again. Send me the loan rates again. How many of you are getting what I'm saying? Send me the loan rates again. If I ask you, which home loan rate is am I asking? All of you, which home loan rate which loan I am asking here? All of you. If I'm asking here, I ask how to know the interest rate for home loan, and if I'm asking here, send me the loan rates again. I'm what am I trying to ask? I'm trying to ask home loan. Is it able to understand? No, it is asking me, do you want to know about personal loan, right? So what I am trying to bring out with this example, that till now, right, most chatbots or most AI were not intuitive, could not understand context, right? With ChatGPT, they demonstrated very high quality intuitiveness. So let me give you a demo now. So suppose I go to a ChatGPT bot now. Just 1 second. Suppose I go to ChatGPT bot now. This is how ChatGPT looks. ChatGPT 3.5. All of you, 3.5 is the version of ChatGPT I'm using. If you want to use ChatGPT 4, which is the latest model, then you will have to upgrade to Plus, where you will be charged $20 per month. How many of you are clear with this? Right? So now, suppose I tell that, hi, my name is AJ. Can you tell me about a recipe of making vada pav, which is sweet? So I'm asking it to generate a recipe for making a vada pav which is sweet. Now it is giving me this recipe. So it is saying that a sweet variation called gulab jamun vada pav, it is generating, right? And where it is saying that you can create the flavors of popular Indian sweet gulab jamun with the concept of vada pav. And it is giving me one recipe for that. How many of you could see that it could generate a new recipe? One. Second thing, are you all noting here? It is now acknowledging me with my name. How many of you can see this? Certainly AJ. So I didn't have to give it a context again. So for example, if I ask it now, no, make it sar. Okay, make it sar. So vada pav, when I mean to say this, make it sar, I'm asking it intuitively that right now I asked you to make it sweet, make it sour. So if I ask this in any other chatbot, it will not be able to understand what do you mean by make it sour. Even Google search will not be able to understand. So suppose I ask it no, make it sour, then it is saying that okay, let us try tamarind vada pav. How many of you are impressed or are understanding about the intuitiveness concept of ChatGPT? Can you all understand what I'm trying to show you here? That now this ChatGPT is having a lot of intuitiveness. It understands whom it is talking to. It also understands what is the context I'm talking about. So as soon as I say make it sour, it understands, okay, I don't want vada pav sweet, but I want it sour. So it is giving me, along with vada pav, instead of sweet option, it is giving me a sour option. Is it making sense to all of you? Right? So this was the two things which separated ChatGPT from any other AI we had seen. That was, it was intuitive, plus it could generate, right, sensible intelligence. The key word here is what? It could generate sensible intelligence. What do you mean by sensible intelligence? It does not mean that the recipe which it is created is nonsense. It is creating recipes which are sense, and in fact, you can use this and start making your vada pav. I'm sure you'll end up with a very good vada pav. Those who are getting it, please raise your hand or let me know. The third technical word. So today, all of you, I hope you are getting the idea. You have understood keywords like AI. You have understood another keyword called Gen AI. You have understood that ChatGPT is a product of OpenAI, right? Which demonstrated what? Gen AI, generative AI. And you have understood that it is intuitive. It understands context, right? The third thing I want to go into is LLMs. All of you, large language model. All of you, can you write this and send it to me? Large language model. Okay. What do you mean by large language model? Large language model means like the architecture or the algorithm behind the power of ChatGPT is what is called LLMs. How many of you are getting what I'm trying to explain here? Is it making sense to all of you? That large language or model, I started with this, right? That Gen AI means what? A algorithm which can be used to teach machine. So what is the algorithm behind ChatGPT? LLMs. Is it clear to all of you? Now, LLMs, right? Currently, ChatGPT is most viral, right? Which by which company? OpenAI. But there are other companies also. So, for example, Bing is of Microsoft, right? Bard, Bard is of Google, right? Llama is of Meta. All of you, can you write this and send it to me? So every major company now has their own version of ChatGPT. These models in general are called LLMs. These models are in general called large language models. How many of you are clear with this? Is it making sense to all of you? Right? That there are other LLMs also, right? I can give you a demo on Bard also, right? The last technical word before I show you more case studies is, can you all write the word prompt? So what is prompt? Okay, what is prompt? Prompt means what? This the one which I'm sending, hello, right? This hello is known as input prompt. Okay, this is known as input prompt, and the output which I'm getting from ChatGPT is called output prompt. Is it clear to everyone? So suppose I say hello, hello again, how can I assist you? Do you know my name? So it remembers that my name is AJ. How many of you are getting the idea? Right? So this is called prompting. I'm prompting ChatGPT. Can you tell me a three-line poem on AJ who loves teaching about LLM? Make it rhyme. So can you all see within few seconds it has created a customized poem from me. In the realm of knowledge, AJ takes the lead, passionate about LLM, a teacher indeed, with wisdom shared, a mentor in every deed. This is superb what it has done, right? So I'm giving it a feedback, you have done a good job. How many of you are getting the idea that this is called prompting, right? So the other thing I want all of you to understand is when you want to use Chat GPT or these LLMs, right, for production work. When I say production, I mean like a chatbot on your website, right? You will have to do something called prompt engineering. All of you, prompt engineering. Can you all write this and send it to me? The one more keyword you have learned is prompt engineering. So you will have to learn about these techniques. Okay, what are different techniques to use ChatGPT or any LLMs? You will have to learn about this prompt engineering. Okay. Also, you have now seen I have demonstrated some art content which I am creating ChatGPT for. Now many of you are project managers, right? I saw in the starting many of you are project managers. So suppose I want to use it for my day-to-day life. I want to use it for my professional work. Say I am a project manager and I'm asked, please create a week schedule for a deliverable of a website for an e-commerce company called WebTag, right? I am the project manager for this uh, project. I have two developers plus one front-end engineer to create the website, right? What can be my week schedule for the project if I need to deliver it in 2 weeks? Okay, please suggest in a tabular format. All of you, so I am a project manager. Just see what work it is doing. So it is now day wise telling me what I can do. Day one, project kickoff, I need to do. I need to do requirement analysis and finalization. I need to do the backend development with the backend developers for 2 days. One is setting up the infrastructure, then database design. Backend team will also do core functionality coding. Front end team will do from framework setup, and then week two, it has suggested me another thing. How many of you are getting what I'm showing you? That it can be a project manager also, and I can customize it. The only thing is I need to know how to prompt it. How many of you are getting the usefulness of this? Okay. Similarly, suppose you want to write a email, right? uh, for the project kickoff and planning, right? I want to have a format or formalize it. Can you suggest me what should I do for project kickoff and planning? So it is saying that you will have to define objectives, stakeholders, conduct a project kickoff meeting, project scope definition, set project timeline, resource allocation, risk assessment, create a communication plan, budget and cost estimation. All these things you need to do, right? So these 13 things I need to do for the first day of project kickoff and planning, right? So it can help you in that way. For example, now I need to create and send a kickoff material or kickoff meeting. Can you draft an email of 3 sentences to be sent to all stakeholders for the project kickoff and planning? So I've asked it, can you write the email? So you can see I'm excited to announce the kickoff meeting for our upcoming e-commerce website development project for WebTech. Your presence and insights are invaluable as we collectively define the project. Please join us for engaging. So I find that this is very informal. So I will say make the above email to the point and very professional. Okay, so what it will do, it will now create another email for me. I trust this message finds you well. We are initiating the project kickoff and planning meeting for WebTech. Your presence is crucial as we define this. Kindly join us this. So if you see, this is straightforward and the email which I can just copy paste and send it. How many of you are getting what I'm saying? Is it making sense to all of you? Right? Suppose most of us will have to create slides, right? Most of us will have to create slides. Suppose I ask it, create one slide on ChatGPT introduction to non-tech audience. Okay, so I want to create a slide on ChatGPT introduction to non-tech audience. Can you all see? It is giving me step by step. This should be our slide title. Unlocking conversations with ChatGPT. Your content can be this, right? Now, if you see the content is, it is giving me the whole content, right? And it is telling me what image also you can put in, right? So suppose, but what I wanted only introduction to non-tech audience. So this slide I want to develop, right? So I can just write, can you elaborate on slide 1 alone? So slide 1 alone. So it now understands I just want introduction slide. And if you see now it is giving me content for that. So it has given me this content, these 5 points. Welcome to ChatGPT, conversational AI at your fingertips, empowering communication, power of NLP, your gateway to seamless introduction. And at the end, it is suggesting me what visuals I can use. Right? Many of you are developers here. I'll just take a last case study that create a code which I am planning to use on Google Colab, right? Through which I can play tic-tac-toe with computer who is smart. Okay. So I want to play tic-tac-toe with computer and I'm asking it to write the code for that. Right. So all of you can see within no seconds it is writing the code. Here I have also told that I want you to make the tic-tac-toe with computer who is smart. So ideally I don't want to win this game. I want that the computer should have enough logic inside it that it can start winning, right? So suppose I say copy code, I go to Google Colab, Google Colab. I go to Google Colab, right? I open a new notebook, suppose new notebook. So I hope all of you know that Google Colab is a service of Google in which I can start coding on Python. So it is giving me a virtual machine to code on Python. So suppose I just copy paste. All of you blindly, I have just copy pasted from ChatGPT. I'm just running it now. Let's see whether it is a working code or not. It's taking time because this virtual machine is connecting now. If you see now it is connected, boom. All of you, I hope you are getting the idea. And those who are developers should get scared. I got this game within 1 second. I didn't even look at. Suppose even I don't know how to code. I don't know how what is Python. Still, I just need to copy paste and run the code. It is doing that. So suppose I play a tic-tac-toe game. One, if you see, I have placed it here. Right? Enter your move 1 to 9. Computer has placed it here. So let's see. I want to place it at 2. So I have placed it here. The computer has placed it here. So if you see, the computer is not smart enough to win. So I place it on 3 and it is saying congratulations, you win. So now suppose here I tell, go back to ChatGPT, right? And I tell them the code you have shared is losing easily. I want to play with a computer which is not losing, right? So what it will do, okay, to make the computer unbeatable, you can implement minimax algorithm, which is a recovery used to decision for a two-player game like tic-tac-toe. Now it is using another algorithm and making it, more tougher to win. How many of you are getting that? This is the world we are going to get into, where, trust me, everything is going to be used with ChatGPT or LLMs. They are very smart, and a lot of humans, we feel proud that we are very generative. We are having very high EQ than other animals, etc., or machines. With LLMs, you can see that they will be very. They will also have these functionalities in them. I can show you much more demos, much more complex. But before I do that, let me show you one PPT. If you want to learn more about this, Skill Upright is starting a batch. You know, one batch is starting on 3rd of February. It's 6 days batch. So you'll have 6 classes. You'll have, work experts who will come and teach. Even I may go and teach on these batches. You'll have master basic to advanced chat GPT skills. So you'll not only learn about only chat GPT, you'll learn about advanced chat GPT, right? You'll have recording of each session, and obviously a certificate would be given so that you would learn that, okay, you can present it to understand or showcase that you understand advanced chat GPT, right? There is an early bird offer. The date, I think, for the last date is tomorrow, 24th Jan. You can talk with the coordinators. They may put it on the chat box also. In case you want to enroll for this course, you will have, you can enroll by for the early bird offer. The other thing I want all of you to understand is, on the SkillUp website, I think you can go and have a look. The detailed outline of this course is given, each and every module. So if you see, we start with understanding basics about ChatGPT, generative AI, what is human AI relationship, what is ChatGPT plus, how can you log in into it. All these things are taught in module 1. In module 2, you learn about how to do prompt engineering. So all of you could see, I taught you that there is something called prompt, and you can do good prompt engineering using module 2. There are a lot of models and a lot of hands-on will be there. Module 3, as you can see, many of you may want to use ChatGPT for task management. Many of you may want it for research and information, for content creation and editing, for communication and collaboration, for personal productivity and well-being. All these case studies will be taught to you with case study and with a hands-on project. So basically, we'll take a case study and then we'll try to do hands-on on that. You will learn that how ChatGPT can be used here. So not only ChatGPT, we will introduce you Google Bard also. You can see many of you are developers, just as how I showed you, how you can use ChatGPT for coding, but not only coding, you can use it for testing, for documentation, for code search and retrieval, for code style and formatting. Everything ChatGPT and allied tools can be used, right? Post that, you will learn what are the different types of ChatGPT. Now, many of you are developers who want to use ChatGPT for your application, right? So, how do you integrate ChatGPT into application? So, this is advanced ChatGPT where you will learn to go into the core of ChatGPT, connect with it, use it in your chatbot or use it in your application. If you are a developer, you may also want to retune that ChatGPT models. All these will be taught in module 5. Module 6, you will be taught about practical guide to development and integration. So it's an extension of module 5. Here you will use it for language translation, code generation with ChatGPT API. All these things will be taught to you. Lastly, we'll give you a quick walkthrough of the other AI tools like Hugging Face, DALI, Midjourney, Tome, Bard, Bing. How can you create your own presentations using these AI tools? How can you create images using these tools? All these things will be covered in module 7. So if you see, this is a comprehensive chat GPT model. Any non-tech person can join this and it will give you a full 360 view of chat GPT and generative AI. Okay. So if you're all interested, I would encourage you to, register for this code. The reason is in future, right? You may have heard a lot of times that AI will control a lot of things. One thing is for sure that a person, a human, right, plus chat GPT will be, much more in demand, much more in demand than a human expert. So if you know very good development, you know very good coding, etc. But if you're not using chat GPT for your work, the person who may be average, but he or she knows how to use chat GPT will be kind of more efficient than a human expert, right? How many of you are getting what I'm trying to explain here? So your knowledge needs to be supplemented with these generative AI tools. Okay. Anyone has any doubts, any questions here? We can take that up. Perfect. With this, I would say, I hope you all enjoyed the session today. Many of you just wanted to understand what is ChatGPT, how can we use it for different use cases. I hope I was able to demonstrate that. You also have learned about the back LLMs, what are LLMs. You have learned about the other LLMs which are there in market. You know what is prompt now, and we have done some case studies in to understand how ChatGPT can be more productive. Okay. Perfect. With this, I'll end today's session, right? If anyone has any questions or any feedback, right, please drop in on the chat box, drop in your feedback or questions. I may try to answer them, right? Uh, all the best to everyone, right? I hope you all enjoyed the session. Keep learning. Thank you. I hope all of you enjoyed this whiteboard session. I did not show any fancy PPTs, etc. This whiteboard interactive session was useful. Yeah. Perfect. Thank you all. Take care.